Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
Hey.
I'm in shortened. How is everyone? Let's talk to the chat. Ariel
Hi,
got the
chat.
victory screech. Fantoons, we back. Shinkin Green in the house. Crimit, let's do it. Where's all your troll questions, bruh? I thought you were gonna troll us, bruh. I don't even know if that one kind of trolly question was from you, bruh.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Also, Carrie's back. Fully vaccinated. Hell yeah. Anthony.
Yeah.
Ozpov. Still working and lurking. Appreciate you. Josh is hiding in the box. Wow. Welcome. Welcome to the stream.
Hey, Josh.
Yep. So, actually...
Josh? Did I say Josh? I said Josh John.
John! Oh, I said it wrong. I'm so sorry, John.
Yeah. I said Josh too, because, went through my brain. It's okay. We know who he is.
I'm sorry.
We know who he is.
Jade's PA, I have to not interrupt her work items. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm so sorry, John. Oh my god. I feel so stupid.
That's okay. Well, that's okay. He can be Josh now.
No.
He's the type of attitude where he's like, you call me anything.
Oh. I always feel so bad though. I had somebody in my stream for weeks and I said his name completely wrong and he never said anything. And then I finally actually read what his name was and I felt so stupid. Nobody told me.
Well, people are still calling me Jay Diggins, so if that
they do call you Jay Diggins.
Yep. And some people think that my name is JD instead of Jade as well. But the Jay Diggins gets me every time. Because it's like they didn't really notice that I added the I in. It wasn't such a big, it wasn't such a huge difference.
It wasn't too much. But it's been a long time though.
Yeah, it has. But they're still calling me Jay Diggins.
Yeah. I'm sure everyone knows, but it's so hard to point. We've got JD Gaines here with us doing the chit chat. And I'm Terrible Hime, of course. If you don't know me, if you're coming from Jade's community.
Anyway, what were we talking about before? So before we got online, this is what always happens.
Every single time.
So bad.
Oh, allergies.
I just got back from walking Rue, and I was like, Rue, please go potty really, really quickly, because I got to get back for my mic check. And he's just like little Ferdinand. He just
every single time.
Smell the flowers.
Every single time, bro. You got something to do?
He knows. Because he knows that I'm going to maybe be not paying so much attention to him for the next, 2 hours or so. So he's like, let me just take time, and then she has to spend time looking at me. And because that's what's so specific about me. He needs me to be looking at him. But anyway, yeah, he's like, I need your attention. Undivided, Mom. Let's see. What was I saying? Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're doing the mic check. Yes, we're doing the mic check, and then we just start talking like normal, and then we're like, no, wait, let's save it for the stream, and then we'll change topics, and we're like, whoa, save it for the stream. We did that 3 times. Always.
Yeah, that happens with us every single time. I should have put a sticky note because all my sticky notes here,
Bro.
You're also a stationary nerd.
Bro.
Show me the stationery.
Bro. Okay, well, I got these recently.
Ooh.
They are mild liners, but they're brush tip. So, for, calligraphy and stuff. I don't know if you can see it. So, they're highlighters, but they're not, fucked up bright. They're, cuter colors. I got these at Walmart. I was, so surprised I could find them at Walmart. Because I have the normal ones and I love them.
Do you write with highlighters?
If I dox my planner real quick.
Because I definitely do, and it's my favorite utensil. It's so smooth. They're always so smooth and
so I'll usually this I'll do something fancy. So I'll have, if I don't have a lot of shit going on, I'll just write something cute in there.
I love it
with my fancy highlighters. But I sticky note like hell, bruh. I got hella sticky notes.
And then using my written planner in a while.
I like to have it for main events, but for day-to-day tasks, I usually will do like the sticky notes. I have so many sticky notes, dude. I went like hog wild on AliExpress, and like this is like not even all of them. I buy so many at a
I
time.
love it.
Yeah.
And so if people want to send you presents, stationery, probably.
I love stationery, y'all.
Yeah,
I love
same
stationery.
here. Same here.
Pens,
You and your sticky notes.
sticky notes, stickers, washi tape. I love all of it.
Yes.
And I don't even really use it that much. Like, I try to, but
I need to use mine more. The amount that I have, like, I have just, it's spread out all over the house. But I usually, this is what I'll do, is I'll just like, I have all this stuff, and I usually will just like pick one utensil and one writing thing, and it will be where I write everything. So right now, this little spiral notebook that my best friend got me for my for my birthday, this has notes for my clients. Sorry, stream notes, my workout recordings of what I'm doing. It's bad.
yeah, see, I can't do that. Like, for my workout,
bad.
I have to have like my Google Sheet.
Yeah, that would be the smart thing to do. My clients use my Trainerize app, and that is, if I were, I have a fake account on there for myself that I could use, but
Call out, post for yourself.
I don't do it. I just, yeah.
But I for a long time, I had like a notebook where I would literally write down every day the entire workout and then everything I did. It's very satisfying sometimes to like do things by hand and write things out. But our workouts just got way too complicated that I couldn't keep doing that.
I started working on, like, because I'm trying to think of like products that I can sell to people, like that can be helpful for them, so they can like work with me, but not, maybe necessarily don't want to hire me as a personal trainer. So I like, fitness stuff, fitness products, and part of it is like, maybe like I would love to sell training journals, like really cute training journals.
I love that idea.
And every time I sit down to design it and create it, I always just get all tangled up and so many knots because it's so complicated. Because then it's like, okay, well, are we going to design this after a specific program? Are we going to give a recommended program and leave like spaces for additional sets and additional repetitions? And because the thing is, what I would love is like, I wish I had a training journal that had like day 1, exercise 1, exercise 2, exercise 3, exercise 4, and you could like combine them however you want into like supersets or whatever, but you just record, what weight you used, how many reps you do, what the RPE is, how much rest you took. And it should be simple, you know what I mean? Because it's like, it looks like this. It's just like this. It's just that,
Right.
But like, this has been the reason why my business has not grown as fast as it probably could have, is because I just get so tangled up in like all of the variations that could possibly,
details and stuff.
Yeah. And so then I just like, but that's sort of a dream. That's a dream product that I'm working on, is really cute.
Have you looked into the actual like production of it? Or you're just like kind of planning it out like in your head?
Planning it out. Yeah, planning it out in my head. Probably would like just like sell it on Amazon, because Amazon has like a really good infrastructure in place for like self-publishing. And
I didn't know that. Like, yeah.
I didn't mean to do this, but like my book that I published this in January, the Healthy Diet Makeover. Yeah. Like I was looking through it and I'm like, this is totally journalable. Like this paper, you can so write on it.
Did
like
you
all you
get
would have to
make
do,
all those choices for that? Like you pick the kind of paper and like the kind of
Yeah. So it's just like, if I could just get my shit together and stop like confusing myself in the process.
You're doing the thing. Like you got to give yourself more credit, dude, because like you're doing all this streaming and then you're still training individuals and like trying to do like the social media stuff. Like you got to give yourself more credit. This is kind of like a bonus thing,
Yeah.
I feel like even it's kind of like a pet project even. Like, it's not necessarily going to make you like $1 million, but it'll be just like a little bit, these cats are a little bit like added income. But like, I love this idea. I never would have thought to do that, but like, I'm like pretty excited.
Always want it. I just love journals. I love them, and I love writing down my workouts. Like, and that's why I don't really use my app. And I wanted for a while to like have something for my people that I bring on board who are new to be able to have a handwritten journal of their progress through my program, because I think for some of them that would help with retention. Sometimes
it does. It really does. Actually, like physically writing stuff down, really, it helps me like really remember stuff better. Yeah. So that's kind of what I've been sort of like trying to work on next, is like maybe like some journals and series of training handbooks for like beginners. But like we've talked about this before on your stream, training beginners, that's my passion. I love it. And I feel like that's like what my coach calls my genius zone, because I'm very good at reaching and teaching people who don't know anything. But it is hard. It's very challenging. There's so many things to consider. But it is also one of the most rewarding groups of people to work with. Because even though like there's definitely like there's always a percentage of those people who are not going to stick it out. And I think that those are the type of people who hire a trainer because they can't motivate themselves. And they think that hiring a trainer is going to be like a stand-in for inner drive, the inner drive that they don't have and they're not interested in cultivating. But there's also people who have that inner drive who are like, the best use of a personal trainer is like as a resource. Yeah, they are like a resource. I think that kind of person just doesn't know what they're doing. Like they want to do it, but there's like so much like fitness information out there. They're just like kind of overwhelmed. Like they have the drive. Exactly. They just they just need somebody to tell them what to do.
Yeah. And like that's ideal, because then when you tell them what to do, then they're like, got it. All right, I got this. I'll do it. Thank you, coach. And I love working with those people. They're awesome. But then, then there's people that I'm starting to learn how to tell like from their intake forms, because like I have several different like places that I try to find clients, and a lot of those services will have like intake forms, and they'll say like what they're looking for, and people can like kind of write down what it is that they're looking for. You can kind of you a lot of times can kind of tell from what they write whether they are really gung-ho and they're like ready, or they're like not ready to take it seriously, I guess is the best way to put it. They're not ready to take it seriously. They're not ready for that conversation that there's no magic to this. Like you just have to do it and show up.
Yeah, they're kind of looking for that like quick fix, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah, or that one single trick that'll help you lose your beer gut.
I mean, it's not to say that it doesn't help, because I have helped clients to cultivate an inner drive, but it is very challenging. It's a completely different curriculum. I do think it's a completely different curriculum that you have to use for people who don't have the inner drive, because you got to cultivate that first, And as a coach, like that, the biggest struggle for me over the last like 2 years or so has been to like categorize and organize my programming, because there's like
into like sort of the different kind of people that you get.
Yeah, exactly. Because like, there's the people who are looking for the silver bullet, like Shinken Green said. And then there's people who are like, I really want to get in shape. I have no idea where to start. And then there's the people who are like, listen, I know what I need to do. I just need some accountability. And those are completely different curriculums, I think. I mean, their workouts could vary all over the place. And I'm good at that. I'm good at that part, the varying the workouts and like making them scalable to whatever the level of experience is. But when it comes to adherence to the program, that's like that's separate, and it's just it's an art, and that's where the art I think comes in. Uber Cruiser, I think looking to hire a coach because you're lacking drive has value. The sunk cost fallacy is real. I think there's a group of people where adherence to your program is higher if you have to pay for it. Oh yeah.
It is, but at the same time, there's like so many people that will pay for a gym membership and then just not go. And like that's those are the kind of people that gyms are banking on. Like, those are the people that help gyms make the money. The people that are like, oh, I think I'm gonna get in shape, so I'm gonna go to this gym and I'm gonna pay for it, but then they don't go. So like it does work for some people, but like not everyone. I would say not even like the majority of people, because personal training obviously is different than like a gym membership. It costs more in general, but I mean, you still have clients that are paying you for individualized personal training, and then they're still not doing the thing.
Yeah, that is different too. And I think what it's tricky, because like when it comes to that, there's a certain threshold for each individual that they'll go without doing their training or without doing what I told them to do for so long, and they'll fall into a hole. And at that point, it doesn't even matter how much I reach out to them. They get stuck in this hole. And part of it is like, having paid so much money can make it worse, because they feel the guilt of that, of having like spent the money, and also, you know, not having, and disappointing me. And that sometimes makes it even harder for them to get back on the horse, is what I've found. So I do try to research shame a lot. What's her name? Renee, I can't remember. She did a TED talk. I'll have to look up her name, but you know, the whole like how shame happens and how shame works in our brain, and how it affects our motivation and our drive is something that I am always trying to research and learn more about, because I find that for a lot of the people that I work with, it's not that they fall off the wagon because they're lazy and they don't want to do it. Most of the time what happens is life happens, some stupid shit happens at work, or drama in the family or something like that, and they get out of their routine. And then thank you, Brene Brown. And then in order to get back on the wagon, like there's a whole thing that has to happen in your brain, and some people just get stuck there because they're now ashamed that they fell off the wagen. They're ashamed
really
that
hard.
it's so hard to get back on.
It's
so
really hard
for them
to get back on track.
Then they shame themselves for that, and they're just digging themselves into this shame ditch. And it doesn't matter at that point. It doesn't matter how encouraging I am. It doesn't matter how many times I reach out to them. It doesn't matter. Sometimes I can grab them, you know, and I have to, at that point, I kind of sometimes have to track them down, because they won't be opening their app anymore at that point. So they won't be getting my messages. So I'll find them on social media and be like, and send them a message and be like, hey, how's it going? You know, or like comment on one of their posts. Like I sometimes have to track them down. And you know what? It works. A lot of times it works. You know, a lot of times they're like, oh, hey, like, oh, sorry, I haven't been logging my workouts, but I've been doing this and this and this. And that's a way that we can reconnect. And once they reconnect, that social connection gives them the push, and also opens up.
You seen them and they got scared.
Yes. Yeah. So sometimes I have to track them down like that, but they appreciate it, you know?
That's pretty funny.
And because it's like they're in this, like, it's almost like they're in this like hiding state where they're like, they're ashamed that they haven't done their workouts. They don't know how, they don't want to, they're just even scared to even open up the app and like look at and see how much they've missed. And they don't want to see my messages where I'm checking in on them, even though I would never shame them. Right. Never, ever. I'm always
shaming themselves.
Yeah, it's that. And so, and because I work with a lot of women, the majority of my clients are women, that's particularly a challenge, because women, we tend to shame ourselves, and we're so much harder on ourselves than we need to be in general, I would say. I definitely have some dudes that are like that too. So it's, you know, it's not everybody, but like it's definitely a trend for women. Like they tend to just be harsh on themselves, but they always come back eventually. It's just sometimes I can't help them out of that hole. Sometimes they're in that hole and they got to figure it out. Yeah. And that's really hard for me emotionally, like, because I love my clients. Yeah. And I know that the reason when they're acting that way, I know it's because they're in a really bad place mentally, and there's nothing I can do about it because I'm a mama wolf. It
feels bad, man.
It feels bad, man. I love my people. I love my people so much. But anyway,
That's
yeah.
so funny. That's so funny. You, like, track them down on social
I do.
media.
I do track them down because almost all of my clients are on some kind of social media.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like on Instagram or Facebook. It's usually Instagram or Facebook. And they're usually friends with me on Facebook, or they follow me on Instagram and I follow them back. And so it's like, I know you're alive and I love you,
So
and I'm
funny.
here for you.
It's so funny. I love it.
But it fucking works. It works.
Yeah.
That's such an interesting question. I feel like we always talk about in every gym girl chat, and also in the interviews that I do, is like it always comes back to like motivation and drive. It's like
it's like
how?
I mean, I'm sure you get it a lot in your stream. Like, it's one of the most common questions that Joey and I get. Like, how do you guys stay motivated? Or like, what made you want to start working out? Or, like, all along that line, like a couple other different things. But like, it's always, people just really, really struggle with motivation.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why it
What
always comes up.
What do you say when they ask that question? Because that's been the main question of my entire business, especially over the last year with quarantine. I think with quarantine, it's very much been a challenge, like motivation, when people are stuck at home. Like, how do you guys address that question?
Joey and I usually talk about, like, well, we have goals, and rather than using, like, some people will use outside motivation. If somebody, like, yelling at them, like a YouTuber yelling at them to do something, or like you going to someone's social media and checking up on them, like, that's kind of a source of motivation for some people. But like for Joey and I, like, we have our goals. Like, I want to look jacked, like I want to look a certain way, and even though I don't really like working out, there's no way I can look how I want to look if I don't. And that's always, like, in my mind. Like, I need to keep pushing because I want this specific look. And like, when before I started working out, like, I don't think I looked bad, but I wasn't very happy with how I looked. And now that I have been working out, I'm so much more happy, like, with, like, the shape of my body. And like seeing the results continues to push me to keep working out. And like that's usually what we try to talk to people about. Like, if you have a goal in mind, like, use that goal to push yourself out of your laziness. Like, but a lot of times it's like people, they have something they want to do, but like it's not as important to them as like other stuff. So it's always like, well, I want to get in shape, but I want to play this video game more. Or I want to eat healthy, I guess, so I'll be in better shape, but I want to eat this pizza more. And it's like they don't prioritize the things that they need to in order to get those results.
So, like,
yeah,
I like that distinction between, like, the external and internal motivation, because I think it's important.
Internal motivation is like something that's gonna stick with you, but like external motivation is like so dependent on other stuff that you don't really have control over. Like, what if you're following a YouTuber and that guy's yelling at you to work out, and then so all of a sudden he stops posting videos? Like, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna stay motivated? It
seems like there's like a lot more external motivation options out there. Like, you can choose from a lot of them. There's so many external motivations to choose from, but like, they're not very strong. They're like your tiny little weak weapons. Like, and if we were like in a video game, and like the power of like external motivation versus internal motivation, like, external motivation are like the little fodder bad guys, that are just like not very strong, and they don't stand up very well against pressure. But like, developing an internal motivation is really like, that's the key. That's the goal for me as a coach, is to try to like help people to develop that inner drive. And how to do that is still like, that's the question of my life.
It's so hard, man.
That's the question of my work.
And I'm not a personal trainer. I have never studied to be a personal trainer. I've tried to help multiple friends get into shape, and I have never been successful. The only success I've had with helping friends get into the shape is with people that were already motivated to work out and just needed like a little bit of direction. So like I have a friend that was already like into fitness, but she was mostly doing like cardio, and she was already tracking her macros. I helped her from going from all cardio to lifting weights and like a little cardio, and from being like super low calorie to like building her metabolism up a little better and like being higher calorie, eating more protein. So like, yeah, the only time I've been able to help anyone like with their fitness is with people that have already been self-motivated to do it and just needed like a little more like education, I guess.
Weeks ago, we were talking on your stream with Joey, and Joey actually, like, I love how whenever it's usually, I don't know, it could be any day, because like I work all day, every day sometimes. And I'll get to your stream and I'll be like super tired, and like my motivation for my business will be low because some shit will happen. And I always like love that we can like brainstorm, and you guys help me to like refocus and reset my approach. And I really love something that he suggested a couple weeks ago. He said, when people come up to him and like ask him for advice, he has like this generic, like no cost to him in terms of energy and time answer that he'll like point them towards. And then most people are going to like not do the thing.
Right.
But then there's a percentage of people who will go and they'll do the thing, and then they'll come back and they'll be like, okay, I did the thing, what's next? And then those are the people that you give the time of day to.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to restructure my business in that model. So that's why like I'm really boosting up the content creation side of my business for education for my clients, for education for other people. And then like if people are interested, they can do the thing that I suggest in my free content. And then they see the value of like going deeper into the topic with me. And then we can talk about, maybe hiring me to work with them one-on-one, or doing one of my video programs, or maybe purchasing one of my books. That's kind of like why I've been like, that's been my focus now, is pushing more towards, giving people something that to kind of test them, so that I can see how serious they are. Not everybody is, but you see who is.
Yeah,
you see
it
who
helps
is.
weed them out. It probably saves you a lot of time and effort.
Yeah, it does. It weeds out the people who are not serious, but then it also educates my clients and reinforces the things that I want them to learn, so that they can develop that inner drive, so that they can keep going. So it also helps with retention. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of time that goes into content creation. So
content creation is so hard.
Yes.
And it's also like, are people gonna like my content? It's so subjective. It's like so difficult and so time consuming.
Yes.
And like, bruh.
There are tools for trying to figure out like what kinds of content to create that's going to get a lot of traction. And they're tools that you mostly have to pay for. And previously I was not really fucking with it because I was just trying to get a handle on my personal training programs. But now that I'm getting more serious into like routinely updating my blog, routinely posting to YouTube, routinely posting to Instagram and Twitter, I think at this point, and then also the live streams that I do, the live Q&A streams that are more serious
for your clients, right?
For my clients, and I also open it up to Twitch subscribers as well, so Twitch subscribers get to attend and see, and that's been really cool to like bring those communities together. But I think it's as Krimit has posted in the Discord, like it's much more serious, it's much more like professional. And so people sometimes are like, they want to troll in the Q&A, but like I think it's the thing is like it's okay, because as long as it's not like really bad. If it's really bad, then I'll just like delete the question. But it's still fun and light. It's just PG, I would say. It's more PG. Those are the PG streams.
Definitely.
So now everybody's asking questions. Nobody wanted to submit their questions in the Google Doc.
Who's got questions? Let's catch up with chat a little bit. Sorry, we're just like, we're kind of talking, and then we'll take intermittent breaks to like catch up on chat.
And drink coffee.
Yeah. Motivation is very temporary. You need to stay disciplined and do it even when you feel like you don't want to. That's another thing, yeah. Like, building the habit. Like, even if you don't feel like it, like, you're not going to have, like, a good lifting day every day. You're not going to have a good workout every day. But, like, sometimes just going in and half-assing it and just, like, building those habits will help you to keep going even when you don't have good motivation.
Yep.
You guys both have clutter-free spaces for working out, too. Having a setup conductive to working out helps. It does. But it's like that for everything, you know? It's not just, like... for working out, like keeping my desk clean, keeping my office space clean helps me in my regular day job. Keeping my kitchen relatively clean helps motivate me to cook more. So like that's kind of true for like everything. And like if you have a really cluttered space, like bro, the time is nigh for spring cleaning.
I've been doing so much spring cleaning lately. We were talking about that before we went on stream.
Yeah.
I am doing the thing, and it feels so good. Like I got a little external motivation myself when it comes to keeping my space clean, because it's just been chaos since we went down into lockdown, the first one back last year. I've just been like, it's been like full speed ahead on reshaping my business and what I do for my work. But now I feel like I'm finally settling into a pattern. A year later, I'm finally getting into routine for routinely, updating all the things. I have a good vision of what I want moving forward in my business. And so now I'm able to kind of step back and like look at my living space, and I'm like, holy shit. There's so many things that like need to be attended to that I just have not been. There's so many, as you guys could like probably have seen in my stream, because like sometimes I have like the camera set up over there, and you can see through my door, and you can see like the bottom 2 steps of my staircase. I still haven't put the flooring over, so it's just like because I took the carpet out, like I don't even want to say how long ago. I took the carpet off the stairs a while back. And then, I did some work and I put some like hard flooring down.
Did you do that yourself? Was it hard?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
So I have carpet on my stairs, and it's nasty, and I want to take it up. But like,
and Rufus had the worst habit of like getting excited and running down the stairs and peeing while he was running. And then the carpet cleaner, like the carpet shampoo.
It only does so much. It'll never get it completely clean.
So I reached this point where I was just like, fuck it. I'm going to just rip it out, and we will temporarily put something over it just so that it looks okay. Like not under like close inspection. Like I'm not going to sell the house with it like this, but this works. And it's just like linoleum flooring that looks like wood.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I can get like that snap wood flooring. And put it up, but I don't know how to do it, if I'm honest.
It's actually super easy, and my dad did it throughout his whole house, and one of our projects is we're going to do that throughout my house too, because actually that's exactly the same flooring that I have here in the gym. It's just nice, linoleum that looks like wood.
The rest of my house is like real wood. I'd have to get real wood.
Yeah. I mean, I like it because it's temporary, because like, how carpet just like will retain a smell.
It's nasty.
And it's bad. And I am this close to just going and just like taking all of the carpet out of the house, like 100%. I'm happy to just walk around on the baseboards. I don't fucking care at this point, because I hate carpet so much.
Luxury vinyl.
Luxury vinyl. Yes, exactly. But anyway, yeah. So like the bottom 2 stairs are like weirdly shaped.
I never noticed. Like I definitely feel like I've seen through the door, but I've never like paid enough attention.
Yeah, so they're like I covered them with primer, like oil-based primer, because that's the thing. Like if there's any like, if you've ever had like a puppy living in your house, or a dog and they pottied on the carpet, or a cat if they pottied on the carpet, when you take the carpet out and the squishy stuff underneath it, you want to that
foam layer.
That shit absorbs urine like crazy, and you want to take that out. But then also the baseboards themselves, like you want to cover with an oil-based primer, because that will seal the stuff. Well, after you clean it, of course.
Yeah.
Do nature's miracle and like clean it and stuff. And yeah, I mean, that's what I did in this room too, because this used to be my bedroom. We used to live only in the downstairs part of my house, and the upstairs was like storage.
Are you in don't feel like you have to answer this.
No, I'm happy.
Are you in a townhouse, or are you in like a standalone? Or you're in a townhouse?
Yeah, I'm in a townhouse. I wish that I had a garage so bad. I could have gotten a garage one.
Oh.
I could have gotten a garage one, but then I really liked this one, and the price was really good. So I should have kept looking, because like I need a garage and I need a yard.
Well, I mean,
we're happy here. We make it work.
Yeah, I mean, even if you did find one with a yard, townhouses usually just have like a really tiny one. But
it would work for our purposes. He needs a place to potty, and I don't want to drag him around the neighborhood. So
true, yeah.
But yeah, we used to actually live in this bedroom. This was where I would sleep, and that was back when his anxiety was really, really bad. So he had a lot of accidents, and it came to a point where I was just like, "Take the carpet out!" And so just like ripped it all out one day.
Yeah.
And then we, with the help of my dad, who helped me put down new flooring in, and my best friend, we got this floor put down. It's not the permanent one that I'll sell the house with. I'm saving up so that I can put like bamboo flooring throughout the whole place, or that luxury vinyl that looks like wood.
I mean, it's like, bro, you'll make so much more money off that house if you do. Like,
oh yeah,
yeah,
yes, it's worth it. And I do. I mean, we've talked about this before. Like, I do want to move. I don't. I love North Carolina, and but I've lived here for a really long time. My best friend and I were talking about this a couple weeks ago when we got our shots together. She's moving to Canada.
Canada from North Carolina.
Well, she's lived all over the place. So she's
Okay.
originally from Mexico, and she grew up in Boston.
Okay.
And then went to college in Canada.
Okay.
And
I was like, bro, you're gonna go from like the South to Canada. You're gonna die.
No, she's wanted to go back to Canada so long. Like that's her heart place. Like, and so I was like, well, you and John are just gonna have to take me with you. Like you're just gonna have to adopt me, and I'm gonna have to come live with you. Now that she's not gonna be living here, I love living closer to my family. Like my family's like 45 minutes away, or an hour away. Same time, there's always like a sense of obligation. You know what I mean? That there are times where it's like, I would rather spend the holidays by myself.
If you were just slightly farther away.
Exactly. Then I wouldn't have to do the thing.
Yeah.
Because it's always like, I find like the big family get-togethers so overwhelming. Like they make me extremely anxious for a lot of reasons. We've talked about like my family history, and
do you have a big family? Like when
all of us get together, it's not huge, but like people tend to be better behaved in a one-on-one setting than when like everybody is together.
That's when a lot of big personalities.
It's how to say this?
No tea, no shade.
Yeah.
No tea, no shade.
It can sometimes be a lot of fun because there's sort of this manic energy that comes like that permeates. But there are just enough people who have a tendency towards toxic behavior that if they align, it can be very uncomfortable.
When the toxicity aligns.
When the toxicity aligns, then it's like, I gotta go. My dog needs to go outside, So I actually started the past couple of years, and COVID helped, a habit of, I actually will go and spend time with my grandma and my grandpa in a one-on-one setting. And then I'll go and spend time with my mom and dad on a with them by myself. And I'll go and visit people individually by myself, because then it's like a nice, quiet, controlled situation. Everybody is much more likely to be on their best behavior in a one-on-one situation rather than
Isn't that weird?
It's super weird.
Isn't
but
that
that's
weird?
that is what I figured out to maintain my peace of mind. That's my strategy. But it's still, I get so anxious around the holidays, and maybe it would be nice if I lived far away and I could say, I can't really afford the trip this year, and just kind of like stay huddled up in my house. Because, like, to be honest, this past Christmas was really nice. I just spent Christmas Day streaming on Twitch and putting my Christmas tree up. And it was amazing. It was so quiet. I've just become such a house cat.
Crimmit threw some shade earlier. He asked if you put your Christmas tree away yet.
I did, motherfucker. I did. I did. And I brought the boxes down to the basement. Even more. Because they were hanging out in my living room for a while. But I did the thing.
Everyone uses that excuse, Anthony. It doesn't matter how close or how far they live. Anthony lives with his family. It's like, sorry, can't afford the trip.
I love it. I love it. Next, you're gonna find that missing weight bench. I'm pretty sure that it's at my friend's house. I'm pretty sure. I think so. I'm pretty sure. I think what happened was the where in Canada is Jade's friend moving? She's moving to...
You don't even know.
Let me see. Toronto, I think. I have to double check. I'm so bad with geography.
I'm so bad. I'm so bad with Canada geography. And, like, we have so many...
Ontario.
We have so many friends that live in Canada, and the only one that I can actually remember is Sega-san, because he actually, like, speaks French. So, he lives in Montreal, and I'm like, French. Because Sega-san speaks French, and he's the only one. Like, I know Fantoons lives, like, on the West Coast somewhere. I don't know where on the West Coast. There's other people in Canada. It's just Canada is, like, one big thing to me. I don't understand Canada. I'm sorry.
She's moved to Ontario, which is nice because that's, like, right over the border. We had an amazing Christmas. Way less stress. Oh, yeah, dude. It was nice to not feel like you had to travel. And I'm like you, Chris. Like, I don't like to do gifts. It's too overwhelming. I can't.
I just
the thing is, though, I will give presents randomly to people.
Same.
And when it's not an obligation, I feel like it's more special.
Same. Like,
I so much prefer that.
If I see something and I'm like, bruh, so and so has to have this, like, I'll just send it to them. But then, like, when it gets to the holidays, I'm like, what do I get this person? And then, like, I hate it. I hate it, man.
Yeah. I mean, there's things that I love about the holidays, but, like, that's one thing that there's only so much time, and there's people that I would love to spend time with, not in a huge group setting, but, like, spending time is sort of like what I would prefer. It's just like, let's have a nice little sit down together and hang out and have coffee and cookies and something and just chat for a couple of hours sometime around Christmas, and that's sort of like my ideal way of spending the holidays. But the presents and stuff, like, I could totally do without. Like, I don't want them myself, and I don't really, I really don't like giving them.
The only Christmas presents I've been giving for the last couple years is I have, like, two. It's like my dad's cousin's kids that are, like, literally, like, half my age. We're in the same generation, but they're much younger than me. And they're the only ones that I've been giving presents to in my family. Everyone else, fuck you.
Yeah, right. For little kids, it's like, I mean, it's fun to buy kids presents. Mm-hmm. That is fun. Like, going into the toy section of the stores and, like, that shit I love. But the thing is, like, what I usually will do for people, like, grown-ups around, like, Christmas and stuff is, if I have the time, if I'm not, like, dying under a workload, I like to cook. I like to bake cookies, and I like to make food for people. And that's
I like that.
my thing. But with COVID, it's like, yeah, you can't really, like, be cooking for people. Or you shouldn't, like, be eating food that people make at home. Probably not. So it's like, well, I get to save a little bit of time, I guess, but it really sucked not making cookies. Yeah. Like, I love making Christmas cookies.
I also hate those, like, Secret Santa things. Like, I don't have to do it at work because, like, we're pretty much all remote, even before COVID. But, like, they're always the worst gifts. Like, you always
Yes.
get something shitty, and then you, like, try to think of something, but then you see who got it, and you're like, that was, like, the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And then it's so stressful.
Yeah, I don't like the obligated gifts are no fun, I think. They're no fun.
Yeah.
I like surprise gifts. The other thing is, like, I actually love Valentine's Day. I don't have a person, right? But, like...
right, yeah, we talked about this. Tell them about your Valentine's Day thing.
Oh my god, I love Valentine's Day because, like, for me, when I was growing up, Valentine's Day was just generally celebrated as a day to show, like, love to people you love, period. So, like, I know, like, a lot of people, like, brought, like, Valentine's to their classes and stuff, and I don't know if you did that, like, pass out, like, little Valentines to in elementary school.
Uh-huh.
Well, like, we kept that up in middle school. Like, my class in middle school, we all were, like, very, very tight. We were one of those, like, special classes that only comes every couple of years for teachers where it's, like, literally everyone likes each other and literally everyone gets along. We had such a diverse group, too. And it was like everybody celebrated each other's differences. We had some goth kids that liked to spike their hair. And then I was, like, Miss Pink girly girl who also was very sporty. And we all celebrated the things about each other that made each other ourselves. Like, it was like this, like, oh, why we weren't like, oh, why are you doing that with your hair, or like, why are you dressing all pink? It was like, oh, that's your thing, you go, girl, you know. And it was a beautiful, like, thing. And so we all would, you know, for those 3 years, like, we'd give each other Valentines and, like, celebrate our friendships and stuff. I always would give presents to my parents and they'd give presents to us. Like, one year when my brother used to actually live here in North Carolina, I dropped I got him, like, this cute little stuffed animal dog and a box of chocolates, and just, like, put them outside his door in his apartment and rang the doorbell and ran away. Because and he knew that it was for me. He sent me a text later, but, like, that was what we were raised. It was just like, it's a day to show love to people. It's like
not necessarily just your significant other, just
exactly,
like everyone you love.
Yeah, and I feel like that's how it should be. Like, I think Valentine's Day, because there's, like, what, like, in ancient Greek philosophy, there's, like, 7 different types of love, you know? And, like, each of them should be celebrated, I feel. Yeah. So it's like, you know, your love with your parents, your friends, you know, all kinds of it. So anyway, yeah, I like to surprise my friends with Valentine's Day stuff because they don't expect it.
Yeah,
and that's
nice.
Super fun. That's super fun. Crimmit shows no love.
That's why no one shows love back, Crimmit.
I do. I throw just, like, well, I mean, I yell at him a lot, but I also throw him a lot of, like, I'll throw him a lot of love because he needs it. He needs to soften that heart. I'm like a zombie, one of the zombies in COD that just, like, takes their heart out and throws it. That's
oh my God.
Use it as a projectile. 3 types of friendship in Aristotelian philosophy. Slightly separate question from love. Yeah. Friendship also, there's varieties of that too. But yeah. Anyway, I hate adult gift exchanges. Yeah,
they suck.
They suck.
Don't do them.
Just don't do them.
Just have, like, a no obligation, like, Christmas party. Everyone show up, drink, eat, go home. That's it.
Food, like, I'm gonna tell everybody right now, like, food, that's all I want. I don't want presents.
Same.
I don't need a squat rack anymore. You remember how I used to say, like, if I ever got married again, that I would hope that the person who asked me to marry them would give me a squat rack instead of a diamond ring. I don't need that anymore. I have it for myself. There's no need for me to get any kind of gift. I need nothing in this material world except food. And that's it. Food is always accepted.
Yes.
What else were we talking about that we were like, save it for stream? Oh yeah, how did your closet cleaning go?
I got some cleaning done.
Yeah?
I didn't finish. Every time I pulled something out, everyone wanted me to try it on. So we cleaned for like 3 hours. I got like 2 big trash bags. I have one for donation and like one that I'm just gonna throw away. And they're already like getting nice and full. Mm-hmm. So I have like a bunch of shoes and like some real clothes that I'm gonna donate, and then just like a bunch of costume shit that doesn't fit me and is like just like old that I'm gonna just throw away. And I already have like much more space in my closet. I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Oh yeah. I just thought of what I wanted to tell you because I was talking about cleaning because I was cleaning today too.
Mm-hmm.
We both have today off.
Yes.
But we both did things that were not relaxing.
Yes.
So yeah, so I'm doing like spring cleaning and stuff and trying to get my house ready for, I want some friends to come and visit me. And so I'm, organizing my space, and I decided I actually was going to start with my bedroom because I was like, you know what, I work hard. This is the place that I relax. This is the place where I start my day. Yes. I want it to look nice.
Yes.
And like, call me bougie or whatever, but I have an upstairs vacuum cleaner and a downstairs vacuum cleaner.
So did I until my upstairs vacuum cleaner died.
So I thought the upstairs vacuum cleaner I have had for over 10 years. And so it's been with me since before my divorce, okay? I wanted to make a TikTok video that was...
I've been so bad about TikTok lately.
So I wanted to have a video that was like, tell me you have long hair without telling me you have long hair. And
I know where this is going.
Yeah. So it's a 10-year-old vacuum cleaner, okay? And I vacuumed first, and I was like, it's making this weird noise, and it's not picking up the little bits of stuff from like Rufus, tearing up his toys. And I flipped it over.
Bruh.
And like the little bristly, spindly thing? It was
coated.
It was like a plush toy, covered in so much hair and dust.
Bruh.
That I had to spend an hour. At first I like tried to start like pulling some of the stuff out, and then I was like, oh, this needs some heavy duty attention.
So the same thing happens to me because I have long hair too. And like it gets wrapped around the bristles, so I take a pair of scissors and I cut it out. I don't like take the whole thing apart, but I sit there and I like cut all the hair out, and it takes forever. But it works so much better when you do that. The
amount of hair that I had to cut out was like this thick,
bruh,
all the way around, and it was like all entangled and everything, and there was dust and other stuff in it. So I just I took it into the bathroom. I closed the door so that I wasn't going to get like dust everywhere. I put a mask on, and then I brought the air purifier into the bathroom, and I put that on because there was like dust everywhere.
Yeah.
And I had to it was like a surgical operation. I had to like really get in there and cut and then pull and then go and cut and then pull, and it took me an hour. And
but I bet you got your vacuuming done much faster after that.
I did, and it was so the vacuum or the floor was so beautiful afterwards. But I could like show you this laundry or the trash bag that I dumped the stuff into. It was bad, and and now I know to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't know to do that before, but yeah, so. But my downstairs vacuum cleaner is much newer, so it doesn't have that problem so much.
Not
but like
yet.
this one, right. But this one, and it is a Dyson, my friend. It is a Dyson, and it's one of those like allergen relief ones. So like it's a good vacuum. It's just that it had like 3 inches of hair wrapped around the bristles. I did a shop vac. My parents have one. Totoro. Oh my god. Oh, he's so cute. My parents have a shop vac, but it's in their garage.
You don't want to use a shop vac for your like normal normal cleaning. Shop vacs are for like when you get like a leak and you need to like clean up water.
Yeah. Strong gas hair. Yes.
I'm telling you, bruh. I'm telling you.
It's bad.
It'd be like that.
Yeah.
I don't care how strong your vacuum is. When you have like long hair, it wraps around it.
And it's thick. My hair is it's fine, but it's thick. So there's a lot, and there's a lot coming out of it all the time. So it's, I think so that Fanatic Fitness can understand the struggle. He needs to grow out his hair long. and then he can and he can understand the struggle. It's a real thing. It was like surgical, like sawing back and forth with the scissors to try to get a good cut.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, it was
Chicken Green. I know
insane.
you're always looking for a deal. I have seen some very, very good deals for Dyson vacuums. Very good. Especially you can get them refurbished sometimes. Great manufacturer warranty. And I'm telling you, I work in deals. You can get some great refurb Dysons for just a couple $100s. It also depends on your needs. Like if you don't have a pet, you don't have to get like the super high-end model either. You can get like a V8. You don't need to get like the V900.
Wait, you had a long hair girlfriend for 9 years, but you never had the vacuum do that?
I don't know, bro.
I don't know about that. Pretty sure it did. You might not have noticed it. Or she might have been going in and sneaky cleaning it out because she was like, I know this is happening.
Yeah.
Dysons are the max of vacuums.
But they're good, bruh. They're good.
They are.
They wouldn't.
Especially if you got pets.
Yeah. And they're convenient if you have like a smaller place.
I need to look into that myself. There's a bunch of stuff that I need to sell as well. I'm really bad at that. I'll just like leave something in the corner and then forget about it.
I hate reselling stuff. I don't know.
Me too. It's such a chore. And it's really not that big of a deal, but it's like you got to deal with these people, you know?
That's like, why I'm just like throwing these old costumes away. Like I hate trying. I can't sell anything, bro.
I had a really
Fanatic
good
just sends
last time
stuff.
I sold. Oh, you just send stuff?
Yeah,
Fanatic?
he sent me this mic.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, hey, can I buy that off of you? And he's like, I'm just gonna send it to you. I'm like, God damn it.
I would love to buy one of his cameras that if he ever replaces. Can I put dibs on that? Can I buy one of those cameras? You answered me, and then I answered in my. I'm so bad at that. I answered in my head, and then I don't think I actually sent a response. Fanatic, we still need to. We need to talk so that I can figure out what kind of camera I need. He
didn't let me pay shipping either, so then I just had to like gift subs instead.
There you go. That's the way to do it. But we got to return to the camera discussion because
A6000.
I started it and then I forgot.
Yeah, this is the one that Fanatic recommended me, the Sony Alpha 6000.
This is the thing is like you say these words, they make no sense to me, so then I have to go and Google them, and then I have to do some research and like be like, oh, okay, so then there's this and this and that. There's the whole thing, and so then I get distracted on some other bunny trail, and then I forget that we started to talk about it. I'm sorry.
And then you respond in your head, and then don't send
and then I respond
message.
in my head.
Yeah.
I'm really bad about that.
Joey's also really bad about that. I can't remember if Joey is ADHD.
He definitely has that vibe. I would say if I were his teacher, I would be like, he probably should get tested so that we can get him some accommodations. It's probably good.
No, he pretended not to speak English for years so that he could be in the ESOL classes in high school. And then the teacher saw him talking to girls and was like, we're putting you in an actual English class because you speak English. So...
Oh my god.
Uber, you thought you were ADHD, but then you found out you're dyslexic instead.
There's a lot of crossover.
Really?
I have a client who's dyslexic, and I thought that she might be ADHD as well, but she had gotten a diagnosis as dyslexic. Yeah, so I think you definitely can have both going on at the same time. But yeah, like, I definitely get that sense from Joey that he could be either one of those things. Like, if I were his teacher, I would be like ready to be like, okay, you need to walk a lap around the class for a second. Just walk around the lap. You need to be able to like stand up and move around. Because that's definitely how I am. It's probably like good that, because as a pharmacist, he's up on his feet a lot, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. Do you have ADHD, Joey? Let's ask.
He's like, someone talking shit about me? We're not talking shit. We're trying to diagnose you. You should get tested to sometimes see what is quirky about me, but I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do about that. So, Monvirum, like for me, finding out about it, it's not so much the medication for me because I can force myself to focus, but it is also kind of helping myself with like coping mechanisms to help me be productive and like building in like structures in my day to help me focus. I think we talked about this before, is like I have to like have a like, if I get a hyper focus on something like video games, or if I get a hyper focus on work, because that's something like with ADHD, it's hard to focus, but then there's also times where you really focus and you can't unlatch from something. And that's it like when I was a baby, this is how bad it was when I was little. When I was little, and even not just when I was a baby too, but I would like hyper focus on some toys that I was playing with, and I would play for hours and I wouldn't go to the bathroom. Even if I had a diaper on, I wouldn't pee and I wouldn't poop. And I ended up getting bladder infections because I was so focused on what I was doing or what I was playing with, and got that hyper focus that I just couldn't unlatch. And so that's something that carries into my working from home.
Forget to like eat and stuff like that.
Exactly. Yeah. And so I've kind of tried to like build in some structures into my work schedule so that I can like unlatch from stuff. And I try not to work for more than 45 minutes at a time. I try to like structure my day so that I'm like pancake flipping between active tasks and stationary tasks, so that I can just stay in a good mood. Because if I do like really focus like or force myself to sit still for too long, I will get so irritable, like bad bitchy. But anyway, so for my own mental like health, I've learned how to structure my day that way. And then I also just try to like have things that I can do to sort of like put like bookends and help me wind down from hyper focused work. And like kind of just pay attention to I'm more aware of my body now, and I'm more aware of like how sitting for long periods of time, I let myself do it from time to time, where I will like let myself go crazy and hyper focus and just work. But it's a rare thing that I let myself get into, because I definitely don't want it to be like a habit to work like that, because it's a lot of energy. Whereas I would just like rather be like moderate with my energy and like spend it, you know, according to a schedule and just make moderate progress. But sometimes I'll just like, zoom in, just fucking bang it out, you know?
Yeah. It seems like if you know what might be a problem, you know, if you know like what's going on, and like you're able to better find resources to help you to live your life more moderately or more mindfully.
Yeah. And it also is helpful for like people who live with you or people in your family, learning like neurodiversity for your family members if they have like some kind of neurodiversity or neurodivergent style. Learning about that. It's not an illness. I don't like to think of it as an illness. It
could help like your family members understand you better.
Exactly.
So if you,
so they can,
they might just think that you're weird, but like it's not you just acting weird. It's just like how your brain works.
Yeah, and they can also like understand like if you have something that's like triggering anxiety, because this is a huge thing about ADHD is like we tend to be very anxious people because we're very active, and there's like a lot going on in our brains, and we're also taking in a lot of information in our surroundings. And so like if we have like a partner or our family members or our best friends, they understand how we get overstimulated, then they can kind of help us to kind of refocus, you know? And it's the same thing in the workspace too. It's good to like just be generally aware of that stuff, but it's also like good if you do have that diagnosis, then you can communicate with people and say, listen, this is the way that I work best. And when these types of situations occur, it tends to affect me like this. So if you notice this kind of behavior, it would help me out if you fill in the blank, you XYZ. And that it helps you to be responsible for your gains, you know? It helps you to be responsible, like you understand like this is what I need to be successful. I'm being, you know, like responsible, like I know what I need and this is how you can help me. But like without saying to them like you're responsible for how I react and how I feel.
Yeah. Just help people understand you better.
It's that, and like also like understanding people's personalities too. We were talking about the 16 personalities profile a while back. Are you there?
Yeah. I took the test, but I don't remember what I was. I think I was a logistician.
I always like make good friends with logisticians. Like I collect them around me. I have dated logisticians, and many of my closest friends are logisticians. That's so funny.
I think that's what I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, I mean, like doesn't have to be like 100% accurate, but it's like being self-aware and knowing like how you work best, and like being able to have those like discussions, I think is really important. Thinks these two are friends outside stream. Yeah, we totally are. I mean, like stream is sort of like both of us are.
It's where we met, but it's not the only place we interact.
And I totally, once I am vaccinated, I definitely plan on coming and visiting and staying with you guys.
I'm getting my first shot on Monday. And
when I come visit, we both like, we've already talked about this, like the kind of friends that we like to be and the kind of friends that we like to have is like share space. Yeah,
hanging out, and like maybe we'll be like watching something together, but like doing our own thing. I mean, because it's kind of nice that we can like both work from home. Like we don't have to take off work to hang out. Like you do your thing and I'll do my thing, and then we'll hang out in the evenings, eat some good food, and maybe watch some shit. And like it'll be good times. It'll be really chill.
And do a workout stream. Yeah, that would be so fun. Like you guys do your thing. Yeah. And I just piggyback and do my bullshit.
I mean, we have a punching bag. We don't really use it, but we have a punching bag.
That would be fun.
And then I would like for us to do some cosplay stuff together.
Yes.
Not necessarily for the stream, because we'd have to go out and like do the photo shooting things. Yeah.
Pose down would be mandatory.
Save your points, bro.
Save your points, exactly.
Save your channel points. I know Shinken Green has enough.
Yeah. What else so we were going to talk about spring cleaning. We talked about that.
More social media stuff.
Oh yes, social media stuff. Listen,
more social media stuff.
Since we talked last, I've gotten a lot more into TikTok, and I have fallen in love with it. I love it.
Isn't it so fun?
It's so positive and a lot of times like super duper wholesome, and just like it's just lighthearted fun. And I gotta do more. And now I understand how it works. So I have all these ideas for cute little videos that I'm gonna make, because I understand how it works now. And so
it's so unintuitive, right?
I think you said that there's like a way to edit it on the computer, right?
I don't know if this is the legit way to do it. But what I would do, it depends on the kind of video. So the ones where you are like lip syncing, I have no idea how to do that. You could probably like, if you can record yourself from the computer, which you can do. What I was doing before was I would download a video that had the sound I wanted to use, and then I would take it into DaVinci Resolve, which is what I use for editing videos, and I would have that as the audio source, and then I would record my videos and just edit it on top to try to match up to the sounds.
I see. Oh, smart.
It's like, I don't know if that's like a legit way to do it. It's kind of hard.
I think that's the best way to do it, because it's so hard to like, it's super annoying, especially like if you have like one video after another and you try to put it into the app, it will trim it in these weird, it will auto trim the videos.
Yeah, I mean, you
weird
can
2.6 seconds.
You can change it, but it's very annoying to do.
It is. I think that's what I'm going to do from now on. It's just like,
it's just hard to get the sounds. You have to like download it, and like I find that it's easier to download it onto my phone and then email it or put it in a Google Drive to myself, and then like pull it up on the computer. And it's definitely an ordeal. And this is why
not easy to make.
This is why there's so many more consumers than there are makers on TikTok, because it's fucking annoying.
It's a very tricky medium to work with, but it is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. So I'm thinking about, like, because you guys know that I love dance, so I think I probably will be adopting the dance challenges.
I wish I could do them, but like I can't dance at all. I can't learn a dance.
It's also like it's super fun, like just to see all of the variations. Oh, girl, damn it! You know what I just thought of?
What?
We would have to do that. That's my best friend. That one. You know that
could.
Song?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
But we don't have any pictures together.
Yeah, no, that when I come up to visit,
Oh,
it's still trending.
No, it's not going to be trending, but we can do it
Yeah.
anyways.
We
Doesn't
can
matter.
still do it. Fuck
Still
it.
do it.
Yeah.
We don't have to be
Why not?
trending.
We can reignite it. That's all it is.
Yeah. I felt
Reignite
like
it.
I didn't see too many people do it, honestly.
My favorite ones were the guys that did it. There were some where dudes were doing it, and that was the best. That was the best.
We're gonna have to do some of those like gym girl shit ones together.
Yes, I think that's gonna have to be like a standard for branding kind of thing, and just go back and forth and pass that ball forever.
Yeah,
because I think that would, one, be very fun, two, be another way to like connect our audiences, and three, like for me, like the whole brand idea is to like promote, you know, strength training for women, get women interested in strength training, get women to see, you know, being strong is sexy, being strong is desirable. You know, and I think that would be, anytime that I get to like connect my brand to yours, I'm like, yes, behold, there is more than one.
Yeah, it's weird. I think the strong ladies are really like doing good on TikTok.
Yes.
I think more so than like even when I don't really do cosplay stuff on TikTok because I don't really have time to do much cosplay stuff. But like that's most of my audience is here for like the muscle ladies. Like they want, and I get so many comments on my stuff that's like, I wish I looked like you. I wish I could be like you. I wish I had your body and stuff like that. And I'm just like, bro, you could. It's not unachievable.
Achievable. Yeah.
It's just it's work. You just have to do it.
Exactly.
I mean, it is harder
so
for some people, you know,
Yeah.
if you have like medical issues or like, you know, pre-conditions or something like that. But like for the average person, it's achievable. You just got to do the work.
And you got to be patient and trust the process. And I think that's the huge thing. It all comes back to motivation and drive, and just like show it. You just got to show up. It's like your job. You still got to, if you want to pay your bills and you want to have money, you show up to your job even on the days that you don't feel like it. If you want to have muscles or you want to look toned or you want to be in shape, you show up for your workouts.
Yeah.
You know? And the thing is about the workouts, you don't have to do them every day. You know, like you don't even have to work out as much as you work, you know?
Yeah.
And that's something that you probably hate more and you spend 8 hours of your day doing. Or if you're stupid like me and you don't manage your work very well, you work for 12 hours, and that's fine. You know, we're working on it. I've done such a better job of prioritizing self-care since I started Twitch. Like Twitch has sort of become, this is my self-care, this is my free time, this is my me time. Like,
but it's also, you have more people here telling you that you need to take time for yourself.
Well, I've been working on like, how can I be more efficient in the time that I'm working? And that, I think it's been the most time-consuming tasks have been when I am trying to create and conceptualize a structure for moving forward. Like trying to figure out, what is my business model? What is my social media marketing plan? Because it's so hard to set measurable milestones and goals for those things. It's just difficult to say, okay, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to plan out social media for an hour. Now
it's hard.
I have templates. Yeah.
Social
now I have
media is
templates
hard.
and I have like, I think that's why branding is so important, not only for your audience, but for your sanity. You know, when you have templates that you can follow and you know what templates work, and you know where they work best, then that cuts out so much time, because you don't have to be like thinking about what text should I have and what color should it be. It's just like, well, pick one of the templates and let's go with that, you know? So I'm becoming more efficient, so where I can step away from work a little bit more. I've been doing a lot more non-work things.
Good.
Just don't be lazy ass person as I am, and it's achievable. Oh, Cole. Just start, bruh.
Yeah.
Just start.
But also, like, if you're totally fine with where you are, live your best life, bro. We're also not here to push fitness on people that aren't interested.
If you are interested, we're happy to give advice. We're happy to provide motivation, or not, you know, motivational pushes. We can't give you the drive.
Right.
You know, and we can't hold your hand and drag you through your workouts. But that's what we're here for.
Yep.
Think of us as a resource. I do think a lot of people, probably from interacting with you, I think just through the mere exposure effect, have probably gotten healthier. Maybe they're not like living their best fit life, but like I think that it's because it puts the idea in their mind that this is a thing that people do. It's a thing that, you know what I mean? Like it's just that exposure effect.
People have told us that they started working out or like they feel motivated watching the stream, and I'm just like, that's awesome, but I don't know why, because we're just like hanging out, I guess. I don't know. It's wild.
The mirror, this one's something that I've learned in the past year or so from just trying to understand motivation and how it works and how I can help my clients. And the mirror exposure effect is so powerful. And that basically is like when you see a thing existing in the world, and especially if you have done it for yourself previously, you are statistically way more likely to do it again or to do that thing yourself. It's something like people just have a preference for things that they're familiar with, that they've seen, or that they have actually done themselves. And it's good because that means that every time that you practice showing up for your workout, even if you go a week and you fall off the wagon, you're much more likely to get back on, or you're going to have a much easier time getting back on the wagon if you have previously done it in the past. So every time that you show up, you're setting yourself up to make it easier in the future. And that's super, super important.
It's like Joey was scared to put contacts in when we were still doing cosplay, so he watched a bunch of videos of people putting contacts in, and he was able to just shove it in his eye. Like that, like just visualizing, having a visual of what needs to happen is a powerful motivator. It can help you to develop that inner drive. I think like inner drive is something, I think it's best if it's like not just one thing, you know, like you can't have just like one thing that motivates you and pushes you to show up for your workouts, your healthy eating or whatever. I think it's best if you treat it like a deck of Pokemon cards or whatever, like, and because like what works on one day to push you might not work on the next day. So you have a variety of strategies in your mind that you can kind of like pull out to help give yourself that extra push. Mm-hmm. For me, I have a bunch of things that fitness is tied to, which makes it much more likely for me to show up for my workouts. And so some days, if I'm going to be like, if I'm tired and I don't want to be doing pull-ups or whatever, then I'm like, but don't you want to be like Laura Croft? You know, because that was like my dream when I was like a little kid. She was my idol. Like Laura Croft was my hero as a kid. And I'm like, yeah, I want to be like Laura Croft. So that will push me to like do my thing, like and do the workout. Other times my motivation is like, I think about violence against women and self-defense stuff. And I'm like, I want to be able to send a message to anybody who would want to mess with me. Or I want to be capable of, you know, defending yourself.
Barreling through and defending. Yeah. And I want to be able to make maximum damage on whatever person's body who tries to hurt me or somebody that I love. Some days that's my motivation. Other days it's just, I feel good. I want to move. I feel good. I want to move and I want to see how much I can push. So it's like, I have a bunch of different things that I can kind of like pull out of my brain to get me to show up. But at the end of the day, it's on the routine. And I think that's probably the most powerful motivator is it's like planned thing. It's the thing that's like on my calendar. I got to show up for it no matter what.
I mean, I'll be honest. I have been much more regular with my workouts now that I'm streaming them. Like I've always been pretty good, but I guess especially when I'm feeling lazy. So like, obviously if I feel like I have an injury, I'm not going to push myself to work out just because of the stream. But if there's a day where I'm like, I'm just like kind of tired, I'll be like, but everybody's like waiting for me, like all these subs that, you know, are subscribing to the channel and like all the people that are here every day, like it helps motivate me to like push through the laziness factor. Not so like like there are legitimate reasons why I will cancel the stream, but like when I'm just like don't feel like it, just being like, oh, but all these people, you know, it does help motivate me.
So I'm motivated because I'm like, I want to see my friends. Yeah. I miss my friends, you know?
Yeah.
That will definitely motivate me because it's a social experience for me. And that's how it was before, you know, I feel like it's a lot more social now because I'm on Twitch.
Yeah.
But when I was working at my previous job, it just was nice to be around other people. Sometimes like one of my buddies would be lifting and we would kind of get to spend time with each other.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't actually talk while we're lifting, but just like being around each other and being near each other and
Yeah,
just
it's
like,
cool.
yeah.
Or like,
You know,
giving
cheering
each other like the nod.
Yeah. Or, yeah, and like, I mean, I
Thumbs up.
I miss lifting regularly with Kyle and Brian and their ladies, because like that was awesome. Looking forward to that every Sunday. You know, they're dropping knowledge and just so silly, and it's just like that was amazing. And then Kyle had to go and change his workout routine, and everything fell apart. And I'm so mad at him for it.
Damn.
I mean, I get it, but like, here's my plan. Maybe, you know, if I don't move, what I'll do, I'm either gonna move and just like start over again, or I'm going to get my own studio going, and then I'm gonna hire my friends, and then I'm gonna be like, okay guys, Kyle, you're the manager, Brian, you're the head trainer, I'm the owner.
Wow.
Let's make money.
And you
and
can sell your journals in person.
Yes,
and
exactly.
your books.
Yes, yeah. And I mean, really, I would do it just because I want to work with them again. They're amazing. It's not even just like I like these guys, but like the three of us together, we were such a dream team. We could make so much money. And it's not even just we could make so much money, but just we were a unit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I miss that. It's like rarely you get that in your work life. You rarely get those teams that just work like clockwork, you know? And miss that.
I'm like excited for this like journal.
Oh yeah. Okay, so that gives me the kick to do it. I'm gonna do it.
Like I'm thinking, I'm like imagining it. Like I'm the stuff that you post on like Instagram, like a lot of those motivational things. Like I can see you adding that into your journal. Yeah. Having like maybe even having it like half planner, half workout journal, where you have like space for like other stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to decide.
Writing,
is like
maybe make a sticker pack.
Yeah, I think I probably will like. I'm gonna look to the self journals for inspiration, not the new ones. Like I've used self journals for a long time. Best Self Co. And they recently made an update. I don't think I have one down here. They made an update to the journals that I don't really like. I like the old ones, and the old ones, it's like a 16-week planner.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like 3 different sections. One is a goal setting section. Another is like an actual like calendar, like so you can write in these are the days, these are the months, and you can see them all together. And then there's a weekly planning.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is the goal. These are the goals for this week, and this is how I track my week. And then the rest of the planner is just a day by day planner.
And like,
and I think
I can
would
see
probably
you
base it on something like that.
Having a section that's like, here's where I started, since it's going to be like workout phase focused. Here were my stats when I started out. Like here were
stats.
Yeah,
so I'm writing this down.
Yeah, like if you have your clients doing like bigger lifts, like a place where they can. This is what I started lifting with, and like after so and so weeks, this is where I'm at now. And like I feel like this is also something that's like really motivating that people don't really think about, like seeing the gains like written down where you can compare where you were before and where you were at the end, you know. And like for me that was also really motivating, especially when I was doing the powerlifting program. We did like a power building program that was really focused on strength. You could see week by week how much more you were doing each week. And like for me, that was like really awesome to see. And like I could see myself written in the numbers, like getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And I thought like that was really cool.
Yeah, and like there's something that is very like powerful about like that tactile sensation of like writing it down and checking it off.
Mm-hmm.
And then also like for women in particular, this is what a lot of meatheads men don't think about, is like we like stationery. We like pretty journals and cute little pens and lots of highlighters, because women, we tend to be also systems thinkers. We like to see things in systems. We like to organize things. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it too. It's just like every time I sit down to work on it and draft it, I get overwhelmed.
what if you just got yourself like a plain journal and you just drew out what you wanted in it?
That's a good idea.
Maybe 2, and like you start with 1, and then like if you think of something like you need to go back and add it, draw it in the other one, rip it out, tape it in. Just like actually make the entire thing.
Or what I can fucking do, like exactly do that, but then also take like my old fucking book, because like this thing is like full. This is my old business journal, but also my lifting journal, and it's like full of
We doxing.
Yeah, it's like training programs.
I had like
and my
stats.
Yeah, I've got programs in here, and I've got stats. I like the idea of having a section, it's like a stats section, where it's like you can fill out like, these are my stats, my weight, my blah 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 blah, everything, and then just like sell it in like pretty little journals that are beautiful and aesthetic that women and men can buy. But like, I feel like it would the target audience would specifically be
like I got artsy with it, and I had like calendars for the year.
Yeah,
and then I did like that for every month.
Love it.
Yeah,
and we need
this is like my nice looking one. All the stickies.
I love it.
Yeah.
And then,
but
like, it's
I
something
couldn't
that you
keep up
have
with
forever.
Yeah.
Like, you can keep it as like a record, and you, like, you know, when someone's like, I don't know, it's like, it's nice to have something physical that's like, this is what I did. Let me show you my numbers. Let me show you how I improved. I can visibly see it. I can show you, can point to it right here. This is what I started at.
Yeah.
And this is where I am now. You know, like, I think that's a thing. We're going to have to do it.
Yeah.
I think we need to start a company called Gym Girl Shit. And it's going to be a content company.
I would be surprised if there wasn't one out there already.
Right.
I would be like super surprised.
Yeah, I don't know. But like, yeah, okay. So I'll start working on that, because that's something that's
start
easy
collecting your motivational quotes. You definitely have to have like the motivational quote pages.
My Canva is so cluttered. My Canva app is so cluttered with like motivational text, and I also
you can put them in folders, bro. You know that, right?
What?
In Canva, you can make folders.
You can?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this changes everything.
Yeah, you can make folders and like put all the stuff in the folders. Like,
and you should also sell like little stickers too. Like, you can put like a sticker for like weight training days, maybe like little dumbbells.
I have
little sneakers for cardio day.
I just got this off of Amazon, but it's like a monthly sticker thing that I use.
I love it.
And it just has like, bro, it's like so many stickers, but it's just like by the month, and then it has like other just like other stuff that you can add in whenever. But yeah. Bro, I love this kind of stuff. A lot of people love this kind of stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna get my shit together, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make the journals, finalize and make the basic like template.
The layout.
Then it's just a matter of the layout, and then it's just a matter of like publishing a variety of designs for the exterior. You know, because like I designed everything for my healthy diet makeover book. Like, I designed everything, and I actually updated it because I went through it and I was like, oh shit, there was like a typo or something, and also I was like, I don't like this text, so I actually updated, but I didn't tell anybody. But like, you could so use this as a journal. And then the only thing is I would love to eventually have it in what is this? This is the minimalist art.
Like a hardcover version?
Yes. Because that's what I like. I like the hardcover, like where you can like put a, Yeah. But I think for a first iteration, having a paperback would probably be fine. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
You've inspired me. I'm so excited. I'm happy that you're
excited. I'm excited. I'm going to get one.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it for you, because I think it helps to focus on having like what they talk about in business is like your avatar is your ideal client, or the person that, you're making the thing for. And the person that I'm making this for is a female who is into stationery, who's into her fit journey, and she wants to be able to, in an artsy, fun way, record her progress.
You could put like like recipes in there. I know you do like you help your clients with nutrition and stuff. You could be like, oh, here's a 100 calorie snack, or like, you know, like stuff like that. Yeah, not like a whole meal plan, but like
little
little like
those little
tidbits
that are tidbits to just kind of sprinkle throughout the place.
You know, it doesn't have to be like all motivational quotes on every page. You can be like, did you know that you can? Yeah. Did you know that one container of low-fat Greek yogurt and like such and such amount of berries and like such and such amount of nuts is only so many calories and it's got this much protein? You know, something like that. I don't know.
That drinking 2 cups of water can boost your metabolism up to 15%. No, up to 30% for an hour. That's a little fun fact that I researched from my blog post that I was supposed to publish today. No. It was. This. I was about to say you still have time. You still have time. It's next week. It's next week. So anyway, like I'm talking about boosting the metabolism in my blog next week. All the little tidbits that I pick up through that. Oh my God, girl.
Start making a Google Doc, bruh.
Let's fucking do it. Well, I have. Okay. Girl, you should see. So what I did, this is what I was talking about, like why I was stressing over the last year or so, is I had all these like emails, all these blog posts, messages that I sent to my clients, videos that I'd made. And my project has been over the last couple of months has been getting all of my messaging and putting it all in one place and organizing it so that I have like a library of messages that I can just recycle, rewrite, rephrase, refilm, and schedule it out. So it's kind of like a curriculum, you know, for like a class or something. And it's like, this is what we're talking about in this thing. And oh my God, it has really changed my life because I don't feel like I'm reinventing the wheel all the time. All I'm doing is just rephrasing something and then adding more details. And it's been really fun, like writing the blog posts and putting together the live lessons and talking about it on stream as well, because it's like, oh, I'm talking about hydration or I'm talking about boosting the metabolism. And now I've like picked up these other little details of like, I had no idea like the specifics of it. Like, I think it's 30% that your metabolism can get boosted and the effects last for about 60 minutes when you drink 2 cups of water. And I'm like, that is such an easy way to lose weight and to burn fat, you know? Just lots of little things like that.
It's good to like, for new followers and new clients, just like help bring it back around, man. You got to keep telling people the same thing over and over. Yes. So it sticks in their brains.
Yeah, and I had to learn that because for a while I used to stress because I was like, oh, I already made a video about that. Or like, oh, I already wrote about that. But actually, you're right. Like, I actually have to reiterate and say it over and over and over again. It's something that I have to reinforce constantly because for a lot of these concepts, they need the repetition. Yeah. And eventually it will stick. Water makes you lose weight. What? Yeah. Like, I mean, I picked up a couple of different, I'm still like putting in some of the like little tidbits for that post, but I think I'll probably publish it on Tuesday. I'll post a Instagram announcement when it's out and put it on the story as well as on Twitch. I'll announce it on Twitch.
Yeah, but also, did you know that if you are not staying hydrated, you actually retain more water because your body's like, oh, fuck, where's all the water? And then it's like, I gotta hold on to it. But when you're like drinking a lot, you just piss it out. Yeah. And it helps you like lose that water weight. Like you would think you drinking more that you have more water weight, but actually you have less because you're constantly expelling it.
Yeah, I just popped my ankle like solid and it felt so good. That's the first time I've been able to pop that ankle in a while. Because like my calf has been, hurting on both sides. And I used to like be able to pop my ankle like by pointing my toes. Mm-hmm. Sorry, just that's a moment to celebrate in my universe right now. Sorry. Oh yeah, we were gonna work on some poses.
We were.
Do you want to like take a quick break real fast and like if you need to like get more water or something?
Pee real bad actually. We're gonna do a quick
let's take a little
BRB and then I'm gonna mostly stay in my chair, but I'll
okay. But you tell me what to do and
we're gonna do the thing. Okay, so everybody go take a pee break, get some water, stay hydrated, and then we'll be back in like a couple minutes for some posing tips.
Yeah.